Okay, so winter is starting to wind down, thank goodness, which means more people will be looking to start some home improvement projects. In a big city like Chicago, there's no shortage of contractors to choose from, but we want to make sure that you don't get scammed. So we're getting some tips this morning from Steve Burness, our favorite guy over there at the Better Business Bureau, the president and CEO. Hey, Steve, how's it going?
Good morning. How are you today, Natalie?
Doing fantastic. Thank you for joining us. All right, so what are some of the common red flags that people should look out for when they're selecting a contractor?
Well, Natalie, as you said, it's a great organization. It's to look for a contractor in the spring. Everybody's getting ready to, open the doors, and it goes from there. So what we really want you to do is be cautious of high pressure sales. And I think that's important. Everybody's under one roof, and they kind of want you to buy today. And like we always say, Natalie, there's great businesses out there, but there's bad businesses as well. So we want you to do your homework, do your research on these organizations. Unfortunately, sometimes it's hard to do because they want you to buy today. It's a special if you had a sign here, and that's not a good sign at all, Natalie.
When you say do your research, what do you mean by that?
There's a lot of things online, but besides checking the Better Business Bureau, do your research online, make sure they're licensed and make sure they have some type of presence online, a website, an address, and things of that nature. And check with the Better Business Bureau, see what their current report is on them, and see what other consumers have said for the last 3 years, and see what kind of grade we give to them. But you also want to get estimates from 3 companies always. So it's hard to buy at a home show. You want them to come out to your house and take a look at it. So it might not be wise sometimes to shop quickly at a home show. You got to do the homework first after, and then pick a company therefore.
How about this? So, if I'm doing any work, usually what I do is I talk to the neighbors and I'm like, do you have a guy that you like? And oftentimes they do, and I just go with that person. Do you find with these contractors that are less than desirable that maybe they would do a good job somewhere, and then that doesn't necessarily mean that your job is going to be done well by them?
It happens all the time.
Okay.
We've seen this. I've been doing this for 37 years, Natalie, and sometimes that I got a guy situation doesn't work out and it doesn't happen. It's best to do the research, get an estimate from that person, but get also 2 different estimates, and never go when anybody just knocks on your door, because you never know who they are. And secondly, you want to get an estimate from other people. And the high pressure sales tax, you want to stay away from cash only type deals. But again, there's so much out there, Natalie, that wasn't there years ago. But consumers need to do their homework and research and make sure they're dealing with a reputable contractor and take the time necessary to make that decision.
Last question for you, Steve. When is the appropriate time to pay those people? What if they ask for upfront payment?
Well, we ask consumers to pay in the 3 stages: beginning, in the middle, and at the end. We never say consumers to pay cash up front at all, or pay all the charges up front, because then you have no leverage. So we want consumers to pay at the beginning, middle, and then obviously when they're satisfied, and make sure they get a completion certificate from the organization that everything is done and taken care of.
All right, Steve, thank you so much again for your time. Steve Burness, president and CEO of the Better Business Bureau.